The Nigeria Governor Forum has called on the Minister of Finance, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, to explain the inflow of cash into federal excess crude oil accounts. The outgoing chairman of the forum, Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amaechi, told journalists after the meeting in Abuja that over $20 billion have been accrued into the account. Outgoing chairman of the forum, Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amaechi, told journalists after their meeting in Abuja that over $20 billion have been accrued into the account.
In light of the fact that funds in the excess crude account were last disbursed in May 2013, there is need for the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, to provide explanation for accruals to this account from June 2013 to April 2015, which is estimated at over $20 billion.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Governors Forum said they have put their crisis behind them and reconciled all aggrieved members. Governor Amaechi said the forum is now one body, irrespective of political affiliation of state governors.
We are hereby reconciled and reunited as a single umbrella association of the 36 state governors of Nigeria, regardless of party or region. The forum congratulates the President-elect, Muhammadu Buhari, on his victory in the recent presidential election, which held on March 28, 2015, and President Goodluck Jonathan for his statesmanship in accepting the outcome of the elections.
In a related development, Zamfara State Governor Abdulaziz Yari has been appointed as the new chairman of the forum for the period of 1 year. Also, Borno State Governor Ibrahim Shettima has emerged as the chairman of Northern State Governors Forum. He takes over from Governor Babangida Aliyu of Niger State. In Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting.
In its efforts to ensure safer highways in the absence of roadblocks in Nigeria, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Solomon Arase, has launched the Safer Highway Patrol Scheme, which is intended to take care of some of the security challenges being faced along major highways in the country. Speaking during the event in Abuja, the IGP, who dispatched 259 vehicles, said roadblocks have become a menace that needs to be done away with, as no nation in the world still uses it as a crime monitoring technique. While encouraging the officers and men of the police that will be patrolling the highways, the IGP said that their welfare, which is always a source of concern, has been put into consideration.
For us to be able to have the sufficient moral rights to deal with them, we have insisted that these officers and men that we are deploying, they must have dry ration during the course of their duties. And we are also making arrangements that all the commissioners of police will talk to the various food vendors in their various states to ensure that during the course of their duties that they are fed, they have sufficient water. That way we will be able to hold them accountable in case there is any infraction or there is any corruption or incivility to members of the public.
The police boss, who advised the public to desist from actions that could corrupt men and officers of the police force, however, warned police officers to be well behaved always, as their conduct will be monitored via different social media platforms that will be made available to the public.
To Nigerians, we have given you the opportunity to have an accountable police force, a force that you can interact with, a force that is your own. But at the same time, we expect that you'll be able to accord them all the respect they need as law enforcement officers. If you want to report their conduct, we appeal to you that it should not be malicious nor frivolous. You should be factual, and you should be able to connect with our social networks and give us sometimes pictorials of their conduct to enable us to take appropriate action.
High point was the official dispatching of the vehicle to their respective states. From Abuja, I am Festus Ejiroga Nefifen for Ben Television. The Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) has called on the incoming administration of General Muhammadu Buhari to take issues of health seriously, as no nation can progress without healthy citizens to handle its affairs. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Ben Television in Abuja, the national president of the NMA, Dr. Kayode Obembe, said that there are enough recommendations that will help guide the incoming administration on the right path to take in the areas of health.
The Nigerian Medical Association is very focused, and we have made it clear that the Herculean task before this government is the implementation of the National Health Act, because the National Health Act has already laid the foundation for universal health coverage through health insurance scheme. And Nigeria has only covered 7%. So we have 93% to go.
On the difficulties experienced in implementation of health-related issues that always lead to strike and industrial actions, Dr. Obembe said it has to do with willingness on the part of the government.
Well, I would say it's because of, number one, government bureaucracy. That's number one. It has to pass through many stages. Committees will be set up. These committees again will be evaluated by another committee and all those things. Then number two, it depends on people that you put at the driver's seat. The people you put at the driver's seat, the Minister for Health, the Permanent Secretary, the Executive Secretary of NHIS, the Primary Healthcare Development Agency, all those are the people on the driver's seat. If they can work together and move the scheme in the right direction, everything would be achieved. Well, what I would say is that the interaction between government and employees will always continue for life. If all the papers that have been approved by the government, if the government implements those circulars, there will be industrial peace.
On his recent election as a council advisor to the World Medical Association, Dr. Kayode Obembe said this will make the voice of Africa to be heard at the world level, especially as it concerns health-related issues.
Now, the implication of being a council advisor of the World Medical Association is that most of the health problems in the sub-regions of the world, they bring their health problems for deliberation at the world level. But what we discovered was that the voice of Africa is not heard as people like us who want it to be. We cannot get this to the world level. So if we have our voice at the world level, they'll be able to help us, either in terms of manpower, in terms of finance, in terms of communication, in terms of advocacy. There are many ways that World Medical Association can help Nigeria in tackling these problems.
He therefore urged Nigerians to always patronize professionals when dealing with health-related issues so as to prevent quackery in the profession. In Abuja, I am Festus Ejiroga Nefifen for Ben Television.
The Registrar General of the Corporate Affairs Commission, Barrister Bello Mahmood, has said that 9 out of 26 shortlisted companies will receive the Commission's Corporate Citizens Award. Barrister Mahmood, during a chat with journalists in Abuja, said the move will also help to foster innovation and transparency in the ways firms conducted their business in Nigeria. He said apart from promoting competitiveness, it will also improve the culture of statutory compliance in the Nigerian business environment, as well as promotion of best practices.
The award is aimed at promoting the culture of statutory compliance in the Nigerian business environment by recognizing corporate citizens who have conducted their affairs in compliance with trade requirements and best practices. The awardees must have fully complied with requirements of the Common Allied Matters Act, as well as industry regulations. In addition, the awardees must have performed well in the area of corporate social responsibility and must have impacted positively in the industry which they operate. When we say the compliance with Common Allied Act as well as industry regulations, we mean that apart from our regulations here, there are other regulations. For example, if you are a bank, company regulated by NICOM. If you are a stock market operator, you're operated by SEC. So we had to request for them to give information on this company that were nominated for you to be able to go through. The criteria for the award are quite robust and satisfactory. About 26 companies made the final list from over 800 companies that were nominated for the award this year, out of which the winners will emerge. These 800 were not nominated by us, they were nominated by Nigerians, because we give out leaflets informing people, please nominate companies, and 800 companies were nominated. Out of which 826 was listed at the final list, and out of the 6, the winners will emerge.
On the criteria used in selecting the companies, the Commission said it considered the quality of financial management, workplace environment, and management of stakeholders' relations.
100 companies are by us, but others who are here are listed by us, and some of them were nominated. And at the end of it, we'll look at this nomination, 800, go through their files individually, and then see those that have complied with our requirements here. If you have not complied with our requirements, if you have complied with our requirements, you qualify. We now ask your regulator if you are regulated the company. Like I said, if you are an insurance company, we go to NICOM, bank, we go to CBN. Stock brokers, we go to SEC and find out if they also comply with the regulations. That's how we now have this 26.
The award is meant to celebrate achievements in business and entrepreneurship, as well as stimulate economic objectives, thereby improving Nigeria's rating in the Global Competitive Index of Doing Business. Osam Raffle, Ben Television, Abuja, Nigeria.